Hi everyone, I'm here just to do another quick tutorial on the Martha Stewart Scoreboard. I covered making boxes and some of the features of this board in a previous video, which I'll link to in the sidebar. And I didn't go over the envelope piece of this scoreboard. It's a unique feature to the Martha Stewart board. And for all of the standard size cards, as you remember in my last video, all of the dimensions are at the top here for your boxes and your standard cards. And then the envelopes that coordinate with them are here, and they tell you what to start with, which lines to score at for the A and for the B. And for the most part, this makes really nice envelopes. Here's one I did here. It's an A2 size envelope, and it's a little roomy for your envelopes, which is okay. It just gives a little wiggle room side to side and up to top and bottom, but for the most part it makes up a nice envelope. So the only thing that it doesn't have is if you want to do a square card, say a 3x3 or a 4x4, there are no dimensions on here to tell you how to do it. So I went ahead and figured this out on my own and came up with the instructions on how to do your 3x3, a 4x4, and a 5x5 card. Basically, for a 3x3, you're going to start with a piece of paper that's 5.5 inches by 5.5 inches, and you're just going to score on all the sides at 2.5. And what I mean by that is when you take your square piece of paper, the directions for doing the envelopes is you put this triangle piece up here in the corner and you lay your paper along the edge here, and then you score according to the ruler on the triangle. So you do your scores of 2.5 all the way on all sides, and then you cut your triangles out, and then when you fold this up, you get this cute little envelope. And this is my simulation 3x3 card. They fit right in there, and you can close it up, and you have a nice envelope for your cards. For this 4x4 card, you're going to start with a piece of paper that's 6.5 by 6.5 and score it 2.5 on all the sides, just like you would for any other envelope. Fold it up, and that's your envelope for a 4x4. For a 5x5 card, you start with an 8.5 by an 8.5 sheet of paper, and you're going to score at 3 3/8 on each one of the sides. It's going to be even all the way around. You fold in your edges, and you have your envelope. Now, a little bit about these envelopes. If you want to mail any of these cards, you have to make sure that they're the right size for the post office. And I did another tutorial on this template that I got from my post office. And as you can see on here, I hope you can see this, it says minimum piece dimensions. The minimum size for height is right here, and the minimum size for length is right here. So, for example, if you have a 3x3 envelope, you line up your card here in the corner, and as you can see, it doesn't even meet the minimum height. It definitely doesn't meet the minimum width. So this can't be mailed through postal service. It's too small. Your next size here, the 4x4, you line it up. It does meet the minimum height, but still not a minimum size and length. So that can't go through the regular mail either. The 5x5, however, if you put it on here, you'll see it does meet the height requirement and does meet the width requirement. The only thing it doesn't meet is this gray area here. If you have an envelope, have a standard A2 size envelope, and if you match it up here in the corner, you'll see that it does reach into this corner of this gray area. And that means that all you need to do is stick a stamp on it and you're good to go. This one, as you can see, the top corner falls outside of this, so they will call this a non-standard, and it's an extra 20 cents to mail. Other than that, making these envelopes, they're pretty easy, and I will have all the dimensions on my blog. So go on over there and you can see the dimensions. If you didn't write them down or anything, you can get the dimensions to make these envelopes for yourself. Thanks for watching.